Hey everybody, welcome back to RedMug Music. I'm Brian. Glad you could be back with me today. I want to continue reviewing albums by Duran Duran based on my video where I ranked all the Duran Duran albums 1 through 14. Just studio albums, did not include live, which I probably could have slid Arena in there, but I didn't. But we all know that a new album is going to be coming out, so maybe I'll go ahead and when I add that one in, I'll redo the countdown and add Arena in there, and I think that would be a lot of fun. But today we're gonna go over what I called the number 12 album by Duran Duran, ranked by RedMug Music, and that's going to be "Thank You." Now, if you haven't already watched the previous two videos, I'll throw them up here, a little card, so you can click on those. But number 14 was Pop Trash, and number 13 was Red Carpet Massacre, which I have grown to like that album more and more. So, but anyway, but I have a chance to fix that in my later reviews, so we'll see what happens. So "Thank You" was an album that Duran Duran created in 1995, and what it was a cover album where they covered a lot of songs that they really enjoyed or may have influenced them previously, and either the artist or the song itself. And I kind of think that based on the fact that it is a cover album that they did, it doesn't really get good, it doesn't get very good attention, and it's because people are comparing Duran Duran's version to the original. But what I do is I kind of listen to all these songs like in a vacuum, as though I don't even know the original. And to be honest, I think they did a really good job. I actually think this is a very good album. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to listen to the album like I do, and I've had some comments about why don't you just play the music so you can hear, and I don't do that because if I did, it would be blocked by the record companies and it would never make it to it wouldn't see the light of day, so I'm not able to do that. So I think it's pretty obvious. I'm seeing a lot of comments about my feelings about Warren. He's definitely having a lot of people come to his rescue and try to plead the case that he was really, really fantastic for Duran Duran, and I would not ever doubt that. I think maybe he was very helpful in their in their growth, and I think he was important, and I'm more than okay with him being there, and I'm glad he was. But he just doesn't play music the way I like music to be played, and that's all there is to it. I do appreciate him, but he's just not my favorite. But with that said, "Thank You," and I know he didn't write any of this music, but I don't think any of this guitar playing on this album, because Warren is all over this, and I actually enjoy it. So this is a good album that I definitely do like Warren playing on. "Thank You" came out in 1995 after the success of the Wedding album and before Midazolam. So let's get started. Like I said, like I did before, I'm listening to the music. I'm going to go ahead and find the album here and play the first song and start talking about what I think. And of course, as you know, I've heard this song or this album 1,000 times, maybe more. So this is not the first time I've heard it. I don't need to listen to it, but I feel like I'm doing the most justice in my review if I can talk about it while listening to it. And if rules could ever change, I would love to be able to just play it and talk, with you, or even do like a live, do something live where we're just listening to music and talking about it. But I get blocked all the time and definitely demonetized. So "White Lines" is a song that came out by Grandmaster Flash and the Furious Five a long time ago, and apparently it is something that Duran Duran likes. But I like this song by them. I'm not the biggest fan of the rapping. I don't like rapping Simon that much, but I think the music in itself is very good. Here's a song where I really, really like Warren. It's just got a very solid crisp, clean sound. I mean, the production on this and the song and the album are very strong. So, and Melle is, makes an appearance on the album. He's on it too. So it's really good stuff. All right, let's get to the next song, which is I Want to Take You Higher. This song was originally by Sly and the Family Stone, which got a little crossover because I am a Prince fan, and Prince was a huge Sly and Family Stone, and so it's kind of weird or funny how Prince and Duran Duran both are influenced by this band, but I think a lot of people were. I mean, Sly and the Family Stone were huge. But again, this song's called I Want to Take You Higher. I like the way this song is as well. I'll be honest, I don't remember hearing the song by Sly and the Family Stone. So to me, this is just a Duran Duran song, and that's why I know that it's good. It doesn't have the melodic feel as most Duran Duran songs that I do like have, but it just has a good sound altogether. Yeah, the music itself is really, really good, and Simon Le Bon is pretty fierce. Like he's doing a really good job in this. But anyway, it's a really good song. Now let's go to Perfect Day. Now it's almost, I hate to even talk when Perfect Day is playing because I think Perfect Day is a perfect song. It is beautiful. Originally it was by Lou Reed, and if you've ever heard the Lou Reed version, this is very justice doing for that song. They do a really, really good song. They stay true to the song, but of course Simon Le Bon, his melodic tones, it runs circles around Lou Reed's. I'm not a fan of Lou Reed's. I'm not a fan of his singing because I'm more melodic. And so Duran Duran made this song perfect for me. It's so dreamy, it's almost like dream pop, but it's just got a really good chorus, just very good effects. It's a well done song. I listen to the song all the time and I constantly sing with it. So really, really good. All right. We're going to go to Watching the Detectives, which is an Elvis Costello song. Again, I wasn't an Elvis Costello listener before I heard this album, so I heard Duran Duran's version first. I like it. I've heard about a lot of critics saying that redoing all these songs was just not good. And the unfair part about that is Duran Duran's influences are people like Bob Dylan, Lou Reed, Sly and the Family Stone, Iggy Pop, The Doors, Led freaking Zeppelin. And they're redoing songs that these bands that are known for having a particular voice and sound. I mean, this was bold. This was definitely bold by Duran Duran to do something like this, and they did it. And I think they killed it. I think they just did a fantastic job. But I think this is a really good Duran Duran song, Watching the Detectives, because it's got that not so beautiful, non-melodic verses, and then it goes into this chorus. It's just crazy melodic. So I think Watching the Detectives is a great Duran Duran song. All right, we're going to jump over to Lay Lady Lay, which I did know this is a Bob Dylan song. Of course, I heard this well before I heard the Duran Duran's version of it. But this is very wedding album. You could tell this is them just continuing on with that kind of sound that they had on Wedding Album, but it's perfect. This is well placed. Simon Le Bon is singing this perfectly. Again, he's got this like dreamy sound. I've talked about pop trash, like Sleepy Simon. This is not Sleepy Simon. This is Dreamy Simon. And when I mean dreamy, I mean, that's just, this dream pop or dream alt rock, it's a certain sound, it's just very ambient and very, there was another word that I had earlier and I can't, ethereal. And it just sounds like it's just so beautiful. And they killed the song. Duran Duran just did a fantastic job. 911 is a joke. It's a Public Enemy job. I think this is the biggest stretch they made on this entire album. I don't care about the song at all. I mean, I'm sure it was fun for them, and if it had any kind of effect on Duran Duran at all, maybe by meaning or just Public Enemy themselves, that's really great. And I'm glad that they would play tribute to bands like this that played a part in Duran Duran's success. But I think 911 is a joke, could have been left off. I am not a fan. It's just rapping. I'm just going to go to the next song. It doesn't, I'm not going to say anything good about 911's a joke. Now, the next song is called Success. Now, this is an Iggy Pop song originally, but written by David Bowie. This one, it saves me knowing that it's a cover song. Like, I don't think this is a Duran Duran sounding song. You know, there's nothing melodic about this whatsoever. And again, like everybody has heard me say 100, maybe 1,000 times, I just love the melodic textures. I love that part of Duran Duran. I think Simon Le Bon has a phenomenal voice, and that's how I like it to be heard. Him singing like this in Success I think is kind of a waste of his talents. I think they're better than what this song, but it's a fun song, and I do appreciate it, but just not a fan. All right, here's one of my favorites, Crystal Ship. Crystal Ship. I did hear the song previously before this album came out by The Doors. And so it was probably going to be kind of difficult for me to like Duran Duran's version because I liked The Doors version so well. And I still like Duran Duran's version. They did so good. It's like Simon Le Bon was channeling Jim Morrison through this. Now, again, Simon Le Bon's going to sing like Simon Le Bon. So whatever the original artist is doing, which, Jim Morrison he could be very melodic as well. He had a very good voice. So this is actually a very good Duran Duran song as well. And I think it was a good choice to have on the album. But again, it just had that dream sounding, voice, and the music. This was a perfect song. So I love Crystal Ship. Then we have Ball of Confusion, which is the Temptations originally did this. And I am going to be honest and say I've never heard it before. However, I think it's a really good song. I like the music. I think it's a good groove. I like the bass in there. The percussion is really good. And even though Simon Le Bon's not singing, I think for this type of singing, a little bit more of a spoken. It's not really spoken. It's kind of in between. I think he does really good. And the chorus is actually pretty good. Like the background singers. It's a good song. Ball of Confusion. It's really fun. All right, here's another song. This is track number 10. This is a song that Led Zeppelin, and again, Duran Duran, this was so bold. Let's redo all these really great artists' music and then sell it as their own. It's like, wow. But this is Thank You by Led Zeppelin, which is another one of my favorite songs that Led Zeppelin does. And again, I think Duran Duran just knocked it out of the park. It sounds so good. And I'm going to admit it. I really like Warren's guitar in the song. It was perfect. So there. And then it just kind of it almost stops, and then just Simon Le Bon starts doing his very laggy singing again. It has that dream sound. Just wonderful, absolutely wonderful. It's just well done. And the beauty of this song is it's like Simon Le Bon's following along with the emotion, or he's got emotion that comes with this song. And he just, if you told me this was a Duran Duran song, I would believe it. This song, yeah, this is a really good song. All right, let's go to song number 11, which is kind of a strange track to have on this album because it's Duran Duran kind of covering Duran Duran. This is like a part 1 to The Chauffeur, which was on their second album, Rio. What I read is this is like part of that song, but if you listen to this and then listen to The Chauffeur is a little bit faster. and there's definitely different, it's different tones, but I've actually thought about putting both into like my mixer and see if I can mix them together into one song. I think that would be a lot of fun. But this is fun. Drive By is super fun because as a Duran Duran fan that knows everything by Duran Duran, you instantly hear the chauffeur, right? And it's like, oh, what's this? And then he starts to talk about the dream, and then it goes into, the flutes, and this, I love it. This is one of my favorite moments on this album. So Drive By is fantastic. If I ever do create the one track from Drive By and Chauffeur, I'll try to find a way to share that. If I ever do it, I'm trying to learn how to master music, and this would definitely be fun to do. Last track is track number 12. I find this to be very interesting because this is I Want to Take You Higher again. So this is a reprise of the second track by Sly and Family Stone, I Want to Take You Higher. So they just get right back into it. A little bit of a different groove, but I actually enjoy it. I think it's really, really good. But I'll just go ahead and stop it there. I was fairly surprised whenever I have an actual method to my ranking system, and it's changed a little bit over the past year. But I was surprised to see that this one fell above two other albums. I really would think, if I were just to quickly think about it, I would be like, this is definitely their last one, because this is, this is not even Duran Duran. They're just doing other people's songs, and but they did a really good job. I think this album is actually pretty strong, and I find myself listening to it quite a bit. But like I said, stay tuned whenever this next album comes out, Future Past. Let's see where Thank You lands. If it slips back behind Red Carpet Massacre, that is a huge possibility. We'll see. But anyway, that's it for me today. I just wanted to go over Thank You. I'm glad that you were able to do it with me. Comment down below and tell me if you like Thank You, and if you do, what are your favorite tracks? What do you like the most? And also, I want to thank all my subscribers. I've had so many new subscribers in the last month, and I just want to stop here and just say thank you. But also, I can also tell you that a very, very small percentage of the people that watch this or watch my channel are subscribed. So if you would like to help the channel out, you would be surprised how helpful it is whenever you subscribe to the channel. So stop here and subscribe. Or if you're new to the channel, subscribe. I will appreciate it. We're going to continue on doing the Duran Duran album reviews, and I've got some other things in the pipeline as well. Oh, and another album that I definitely want to include next time, after Future Past has been released, I want to go ahead and slip in So Red the Rose by Arcadia as well. I think it would be fun to see where that falls. And I can definitely tell you it's going to be in the top 5 somewhere. Not Future Past. I've never heard that one. So Red the Rose by Arcadia. That's one of my favorites. I love that album. Don't forget to visit me on Instagram at RedMug Music. Also, I've got my merchandise shop, which I'm just adding stuff more and more. I'll put a link to that in the description down below. And also, if you look on my cover page at the top right-hand corner, you'll see a little icon there to the merchandise shop. You can go there, or also on your phone or device, you can go to the About tab on the front page, and it'll lead you to it as well. So check out that. That would be fantastic. But again, that's it for me this week. Thanks for joining me, and I will see you next week. But before I go, don't leave yet. I had the chance to go meet up with Holly Carter, which is my sponsor, with some of her colleagues down in Florida. They were having a meeting, and these are very exceptional people with the Magic for Less Travel. That's the company that my sponsor Holly Carter gets to work with, and I'm pretty blown away with their expertise and how professional these people are and how fun they are. And it seems like they all have one thing in common, and they want to make sure that you are taken care of, and they have everything they need to make sure that you have the best possible time when you go to Disney or Universal or go on that cruise or, anything like that. But I just wanted to mention that I got to meet them, and they're really, really good people. But anyway, Holly Carter, she's a vacation consultant with the Magic, or that works with the Magic for Less Travel. She's going to give you the personalized service and expert guidance you need for the vacation you deserve. I'm going to put this QR code up on the screen, and you can just scan that with your phone and request a free, no obligation quote. And you can be on your way to getting that vacation set up. And it's definitely something you deserve. We've gone over a year with this COVID, and I know Disney and Universal are starting to kind of back off some of their guidelines and policies in regards to masks and things like that. And I think it's going to appeal to a lot of people. So scan that QR code, get your no obligation quote from Holly, and she won't disappoint. But anyway, Holly Carter with the Magic for Less Travel. You won't be sorry.